The cold front came in on schedule just like we expected. Right now we're looking at 22-mile-an-hour winds out of the north, 30 miles out in Port Aransas. We did have a peak gust of 46. That seems to be decreasing. So yes, the wind is cold, so bundle up. Our temperatures right now still in the upper 40s, but they're going to drop down maybe 2-3 degrees, and then we're going to slowly get up into the mid 50s for today. There you can see our regional temperatures looking at 48 up in Port Aransas, 45 out in the Orange Grove area. Now, today, of course, is a big transition from our 75 degrees yesterday. We're going to be on the clear side, and it's going to be breezy, cold, and much drier with low humidities coming in. But this is a fast-moving pattern. In fact, it's going to be bitter cold, not bitter cold for us, I mean cold for us today and tomorrow, and then it warms up as we get to the weekend. Meanwhile, the rest of the country, of course, you've heard the story. They're really dealing with brutal winter. We actually had a little rain overnight, but it came through very rapidly, and it's pretty much gone. You might have seen it better if you were on the north of the city. You can see that little line just blowing through here. Generally, 3 drops on the south side of the city. Otherwise, we're looking for clearing skies, dry conditions, and rather cold temperatures. Now, for us, because tomorrow this mass of clouds is going to roll on top of us, it's going to be clear for only one day. By tomorrow, we'll be back to the overcast, and that's going to prevent us from getting anywhere close to freezing. So the only advisories we have, of course, are for the mariners with gale warnings out in the Gulf waters. Bitter cold throughout much of the country. You saw the national story. They're telling people just to stay indoors. Now they're at the point. This is a live shot out of Chicago where, you know, the snow is not that deep, but the bitter cold is coming in. The forecast high for Chicago today is 1. Okay, that's 1 degree. And of course, with the wind, it's going to feel like 20, 25 below. Tomorrow morning should be the worst of the thing for everybody in the Midwest. There's the 1 I was telling you about, minus 15 up here. And tomorrow morning with this cold north wind, and I'm just talking about those of you from Chicago, it'll be 23 below zero in Chicago. Now, obviously, we're not going to be that cold. In fact, the cloud cover that's coming over us is going to keep us on the milder side of things. Were it not for the cloud deck, I think we'd be dropping to freezing, but you can see how the cloudy skies roll in pretty quick. So here's your forecast, looking at a high today of only about 54, and of course that north wind is what makes it uncomfortable. It'll be clear. Tonight the clouds roll in, maybe a sprinkle or 2, but overcast skies and drippy conditions all the way through Saturday, maybe even Sunday. So we're going to call it colder today, drizzly for the next couple of days, and then by the time we get to the weekend, we're warming up. That's your 7-day forecast brought to you by NEC Co-op Energy.